we've been relegated to our homes and barred from going to the gyms, but there's still plenty we can do at home to help improve our bodies. I'm going to show you a few things to focus on while working out to avoid pain, chronic injury, and improve your overall potential. A common issue people face is knee pain. There can be many causes of chronic knee pain. Let's start with the feet. So how can your feet contribute to knee pain? The arches of your feet are supported by muscles. When those muscles aren't doing enough work to support the arch, your arches can collapse, and then the force going through your shin into your foot can go medially, so you get inward rotation. Right over here is an example. The muscles of my feet are relaxed, and I'm getting that medial ankle roll. So the force coming through my shin is going through the foot into the floor versus being supported by the arch. In comparison, I'll show you here is a stacked ankle where I'm contracting the muscles of my feet, I'm gripping the floor, I'm supporting the arch, and you don't see that inward rotation of my foot and ankle. Here's another example. I'm gripping the floor, supporting the arch. I'm going to show you another example of how your feet can contribute to knee pain. Hopefully this visual clears things up for you. I'm going to grip the floor right now with my foot, creating the arch, supporting it, and when I stand up to do a lunge, you'll see that my kneecap can travel along its intended path, straight up and down. So going straight up and down into a lunge. When I collapse the arch by relaxing the muscles of my foot, you'll see that it's much easier for my knee to deviate medially. Right now I'm collapsing it, relaxing the foot, doing the lunge. You can see it's traveling medially. When your ankle collapses inward like this, that tibia, the shin bone, can rotate outwardly like this. When that happens, that path of the knee isn't straight anymore, and it causes wear and tear. That's where the pain comes from, the mechanical wear and tear of your knee. I always encourage videotaping yourself when you're doing exercises so you can see whether your form is good or not. Let me give you an example. Here I'm videotaping myself from the side doing a lunge. I'm paying attention to how the force is distributed through my foot, front to back. Next is an example of me putting more pressure on the ball of my foot. This is a common pattern that people have when they do lunges. It puts more force through the kneecap and makes it a quad dominant exercise. Here's the example with the squat. Putting more force through the quads. Conversely, if you sit back and make sure your heel stays in contact with the floor, you're going to have a more even distribution of force through your knee, front to back. And you're going to get more involvement of your hamstrings and glutes in the exercise. Next, I'm going to show you something I do on a daily basis to help mobilize my ankle, stretch my calves, and activate the muscles of my feet. You'll start in a calf stretch position. Here it is. Drop your toes, grip into the floor. Again, lift, grip in the floor. When you grip the floor, you should feel a deeper stretch into your calf. Then you're going to do rotating inward, rotating outward, and just sink in. Really feel all the different muscles in your feet working as you stretch your calf and activate those muscles. Make them do some work. Our feet tend to be asleep through most of the day. It's a good way to get some blood flow, circulation, get those smaller muscles moving, because the truth is, if you don't move the muscles, don't get them active, they're going to waste away. Your ankle, your foot's going to get weak, and most of the pressure is going to be resting on the joint versus having the muscles support your ankle. Because of the sedentary nature of most of our lives, people tend to have tightness or muscle inhibition in certain areas. Inner thighs tends to be an area of tightness. So if you want to work both on glute strength, so abduction in your hips, and easing the tension in your inner thighs, side lunge is a great exercise. It can be both a mobility drill and an actual strength building exercise. My take-home message for you today in addressing and preventing chronic knee pain is watch the way you move. Videotape yourself from the front, from the side, from the back. Are your knees caving in? Are your ankles caving in? If your ankles are caving in, are you creating the arch of your foot, making it strong by contracting, gripping the floor, making sure that your knee travels in a straight line? If you aren't, pay attention to that and correct yourself. Develop good movement habits. When you're squatting and lunging, are you leaning forward more, staying on the ball of your foot versus central on your foot or more on the heel? If you're more on the ball of your foot, chances are you're using your quads way more than you are your hamstrings and glutes. Over time, in some cases, if you're using the lateral quads a little bit more, that can also contribute to knee pain by virtue of pulling slightly laterally on your kneecap when it's traveling in that line, and it makes it go off course a little bit. That creates mechanical damage and can contribute to chronic knee pain. Like I said before, there are many contributing factors to knee pain, so if you can't get free of knee pain by just addressing your movement patterns, you might have to eventually go see a therapist and they'll find what the contributing factors are. There are many muscle tests to be done, whether they're short, inhibited, whether there's tibial torsion caused by sometimes hamstring tightness, or it can be caused by collapsing of the arch, or a bit of both. It can be hip weakness, it can be inner thigh tightness. So many contributing factors. Don't try to self-diagnose. Right now, just focus on your movement habits. So even though we're relegated to our homes, we're away from the gyms, there's still plenty we can do to make sure we move better and improve the quality of our lives. If you have any questions for me, feel free to give me comments and I'll try to answer your questions.